Want the pictures here? I'll tell you the story here because we are in the shade of the tree.
Okay.
As we know, this is the Qutub Minar. The Qutub Minar, which is the oldest monument of Delhi, which is from 12th century, before 800 years. That's why it's the oldest one. And why this was made and when it was made, I'll tell you now. Because this is from 12th century, just I mentioned you. Because and this started the Muslim rule in India. The Muslim rule was started by the slave dynasty, which was the Gurud dynasty. The two person who invaded here just for the business, and they got captured. And after the capturing, their relatives and after the rulers, then other dynasties, everybody coming and like capturing here and ruling here. That's why. Before it was the Gurud dynasty, the slave. Then after Tughlaq, then after Mughal, then after British, then after we got the independence. The last Hindu ruler of the Hindu ruler was Prithviraj Chauhan in 12th century. When he got died in capturing another city, there was no ruler in Delhi. And at the same time, the two persons from outside, they invaded here for the business purposes for a couple of weeks. The name was Samsuddin Iltutmish and the Qutubuddin Aibak. And then after that, when they saw there was no ruler, then they started capturing the Delhi, and when they captured the whole of the Delhi, and in the memory of his victory, he started the construction of this tower. Then the main hand of capturing the Delhi, the main was the Qutubuddin Aibak. That's why he take the initiative and started the construction of this tower. That's why this is named as Qutub Minar. Qutub is the first word of the name of the ruler, and the minar we use for the minaret, for the tower.
Yeah.
That's why it is Qutub Minar. Then after the other three stories was made by the Samsuddin Iltutmish, the other ruler of the same dynasty, which he came with the Qutubuddin Aibak. Only the Qutubuddin Aibak constructed the basement part only. Then after the other ruler, you can see the identicalness that the other three stories, which are like one story circular, then triangular, or then circular, and the basement part, which is having the alternate patterns. I'll show you when we go closer, because whenever we see this minaret from far away, we will see all the patterns are circular.
Yeah.
That's why. I'll show you from when we go near to this area. And the height of this minaret, which is only 72.5 meters, but I know it looks like too taller because it is in the architecture of the narrow direction. Broader, then closer, then closer, then closer. It looked like it is going into the air. That's why we saw it more taller. But it is not in that much like in the count, which is only 72.5 meters. And the stairs inside. Can you guess how many stairs can be inside? To going upstairs at the fifth story. More than
5,000.
no, less than 1,000.
700?
Less than 500.
400?
Yes, 400. Correct. It's only 399 steps inside. One less than 400. So, And because of that, because of the victory of the Qutbuddin Aibak, that's why we know as this minaret as the victory minaret as well. That's why. And in this minaret, you will find the more things like this. This is the Alai Minar, then the Alauddin Khilji's tomb, and the Alai Darwaza, and the temple behind at the time of the Prithviraj Chauhan's school. Because why these things we are having, because when the Prithviraj Chauhan was ruling here, we have this as a temple. But when the Qutbuddin Aibak take the revenge, he was in the ruling period, he broke this temple in the symmetrical part. It was in rectangular shape, but in this time we are having only this and this wall, and the other part, two parts which are broken. And this part he made the bigger gate which you are seeing from this side. At that side he made the bigger, taller, to show all the religions are so smaller than him. That's all. And in this minaret, you will be having the Hindu architecture in this side, and other side you will find all the architecture which is Muslim part. Why this is made here and why this is made of the Alai Minar, which we call, because there was a ruler after them, the Alauddin Khilji, which I told you, from Khilji dynasty. He made the Alai Darwaza for entering there to the minaret, because at that time we exit from this side, we don't enter from this side. Because that was a Muslim rule, they enter from that side and they exit from this side. I'll tell you what the significance is behind this, because why we enter from that part. That's why he made the gate there, which was in 1311. He made that first, then in jealous of being a long tower here, he was making the bigger one, but he was not successful in that. That's why it got only the basement part. Then after he got died in the war. You did not ask me who built the last two stories of this minaret. The last two stories was built by the Firoz Shah Tughlaq from Tughlaq dynasty. And the construction was started in 1199 and completed in 1220. So this was being made in the 21 or 22 years, but at the time it's making this tall building, it was very difficult, because at the time we don't have machines, we don't have to climb up at these heights, because at the time we only use the bamboos to climb up at these heights. That's why. So, and I'll tell you more things about when we go just for a picture here, then we go to the Hindu part, then after I'll tell you the other things when we go to that side. These are not original, they are the renovated one. I'll tell you the story behind it when we go closer to it. Okay?
Okay.
If you want to have the picture here, you can take the picture, then we will proceed for this part, for the temple part. If you want to stand together, I'll take yours, and then after we'll proceed. Come in this area. In 1538, we have a small earthquake in 1538, which destroys little parts of the minaret and little parts of this gate as well. But that was being renovated by the person who was Sikandar Lodi from Lodi dynasty. But then after, in 1811, we have a very huge earthquake. It was 8.3 Richter scale, which broke the center part of this gate, which broke the last two stories of the minaret and the part of this gate as well. Then after in British rule in 1900s, a person from the Britain, the name was the Robert Smith. He got renovated these things after when he came here. That's why we know this tower as Robert's Folly also, because the last two stories were renovated by the Robert Smith, and this gate as well. And before renovating these parts, he made the two things as well for copying the Indian architecture and everything. He made first the sundial, then after he made a flag post or a gate, then after he renovated the gate here, this one. Then after he had the confidence to do the last two stories. That's why he was it's a beautiful minaret, and the two stories got fallen down, and he was very sad after seeing this, and he renovated the last two stories. But he was trying to make the third one as well for his memory, but there was not that much space to make the third story, because only this much area he was having at the top. We are saying that area could be much there for making a story, but there's only this much area. If you stand here, this will be the diameter, and only this much area to make this story. And it's not possible in this area they can make a story.
Kan dia punya ukiran tu kan. Ada tulisan yang jauh tak? Kan? Jauh kan?
Urdu pun satu tak? Urdu macam ni tak?
La ilaha illallah.
See at this area, which was being broken at 8.3 Richter scale, you can see the uneven cracks as well. And in the center, the stones which they came out from that area. And even this time as well, it is moving. You can see.
Oh, there is no.
Yes. If you take out, all will be down. And see the intelligence of the Archaeological Survey of India or the Government of Delhi, you can say. The stones which they came out of this wall, because this wall was having the carved stones, which they were like these ones. But now they are using as a chairs for the person who wants to sit or the disabled persons at every single distance.
Tapi tak pakai simen apa pun. Tu just
Because of these things, scratching of the stones, the people who write their names or their partner's name or something like that, that's why they stop. The government stopped they going at upstairs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And at the time, it was became a very beautiful point for the suicide as well. Whenever the person who doesn't feel well and like he wants to suicide, he go upstairs and jump down. And one of the tourists who was trying to fly with an umbrella got fallen down and died.
Oh.
That's one.
Kau dah kita mana?
Just kidding. See the parrot.
Yeah.
See the parrot there.
A lot of parrots here. Couple pun, 2 ekor.
In this area, I will be showing you the Hindu architecture of the temple of that time. Then after I will be showing you difference between the Islam and the Hindu architecture. In this area, as we start everything with the flower vase in the Hindu architecture, that's why we have the flower vase at each and every pillar here, like this. And these are the traditional gates which are made here for showing the court gates, because at the time we have the courts for the members, because they sit with the king, and after they have any of the problem, solution of the problem, that's why they made here to show what the courts we have at the time. And these were the ladies, the statues, the ladies who dance in the front of the members, which we call apsaras. That's why we have every statue in every frame, like every wall. And some of the statues which are being broken by the Qutubuddin Aibak, which are like this here. And at the time we have the drainage system like this. Whenever it rains, the water collected here and goes by this side. And because we have a pond which all across this area to keep this premises safe at that time. At the time we have the wooden bridges to cross these roads, and whenever they are not in use, they lift
Throw
up.
it back.
And with the pond which is filled of the water and the crocodiles to keep the premises safe. Because we have one pillar which is the Ashoka Stambh we call, according to the Hindu mythology, it is having some spiritual activities like whenever it rains, it doesn't rust anymore. That's why. It's iron pillar and it's from 800 BC. That is the gate which was being renovated by the person, the Robert Smith I told you.
Yeah.
I'll show you the design which he copied from another side to the another side. I'll show you that thing as well. The one more difference which you will be finding in the Islam and the Hindu architecture, you will find the walls is plain in the Hindu and the pillars are every each and